1982, Renfrew Trojans finally getting inducted into the BC Football Hall of Fame. One of the captains, John Guidolin, joins us, a middle linebacker way back in 1982. When you hear that this team makes the Hall of Fame, what does it mean to you?
It's it's pretty amazing. I look at the other people that are going into the Hall of Fame, and it's just a great honor to be recognized. Brings back lots of great memories of all the guys and some great times and great opportunity to reconnect with all of them and relive those moments. And it was a great fairy tale season, and again, great memories.
What is that one memory, though? What was that one moment in time that you will always, other than winning the national championship in 1982, was there one moment, one play?
I don't know if it's so much maybe the play or the games. It was just honestly the camaraderie of the guys coming together. Really the nucleus of the team was probably formed a couple of years before in juvenile. We were fortunate enough to win 2 BC juvenile championships. So the core was probably built then. During that season, I would probably say, and sorry to the Richmond Raider team, but probably the turning point was the second last game of the season when I think we were down about 28-7 at halftime, and we almost came back and won that game. The season, not that we snuck into the playoffs, but we were 4-5, the third place team, and that game just seemed to set the momentum for the run, and obviously we didn't lose after that game. But
that run in the playoffs, what was the most dominating piece of that team, just in the postseason? Because you mentioned you were 4-5 during the regular season, but in that postseason, what was the most dominating part of that team? Most
dominating part, like everything just clicked. We had we had an unbelievable coaching staff. We had a great offensive co-head coach, Alex Zabel, who ran the offensive side, and like I said, the offense just clicked, scored when we had to. And on the defensive side, we were very fortunate to have Dave Easley, who CFL players, coached, won Grey Cups as a player, as a coach, and is in the CIS and has won some CIS titles, and just everything. All our hard work and schemes and efforts just came together, and just everything just seemed to click, and everyone bought in. I think that was the biggest thing. The team just bought in, committed. And just, all those years of the camaraderie and everything just seemed to come together.
Now, you had some tight games in the postseason, playing the Okanagan Sun, playing the Regina Rams, and then final maybe not so close. Yeah. But just those games, what was the toughest game to get through in that postseason?
I would say, obviously they were all tough. We were very fortunate to win the BC semifinal against the Raiders. We won on a blocked last second field goal that they could have won. We then came up to Okanagan to play the Sun, and honestly that game, it was still tough. They had a phenomenal team led by Al Walls and Gary Hanley, and coached by Brock Ainsley, and all the crew up here. We played just a flawless game that game. I would say the next game against Regina Rams, that was probably the toughest game. I still remember, I'm probably still paying for it with all my shoulder injuries and that. They were just big and strong, and every single play was to the whistle, and we were able to sneak that one out. 17-14 was the final score, and then obviously got into the final against the Junior Concords. So.
Let's talk about that final, because you hosted it essentially. It was at Empire Field in Vancouver, and Wally Buono was the coach of the other team.
Yeah, it's it was very ironic. A couple of years ago, the team was fortunate to be awarded the Orange Helmet Award at the BC Lions fundraiser dinner, and actually Wally was there giving us the award, and it was obviously brought up. He was the coach, and we won 46-0. Everything just came together and clicked, and It was a beautiful, typical beautiful sunny Vancouver day, Old Empire Stadium, a view of the North Shore Mountains, just an unbelievable setting. And I was involved with the Trojans after with my good friend Frank Nazo and all the Montreal coaches and all that, and the executive that were involved after. All they said was, their whole team, all they did was stare at the beautiful scenery and scare. So that was their excuse for losing the game 46-0. But I think maybe we might have had a little bit to do with it. But yeah, everything just clicked, and it was just a great way to end the run.
In that championship game, was there a moment? Was there a play where you kind of sat back and went, "Okay, I think we got this"?
Memories from that game. I remember my fellow linebacker, actually Wendell Cornwell, had an unbelievable game. He was actually the MVP of the game. It was just like everything. The offense, defense, everything came together. I was quite fortunate too that game. Got 2 interceptions, so that kind of sticks out personally for a moment. But I remember guys like Chris Knutson scoring a touchdown, slot back, just one of those character guys, part of the team. John Allen, our quarterback, had a great day. The great thing about that, again, on a team, it was a team of 40 plus guys. Everyone got to play, so everyone got to experience it. All that hard work and practicing, old Renfrew Park, everyone got to experience the field, and so I think that was a great way to cap off the season.
Then to end off your career, or before you ended your career, did you ever play with a team like that again? Maybe not a championship caliber team, but a group of guys that you'll always remember?
Well, again, any type of team experience, there's always those. Those benefits, those great camaraderies, don't know that there's anything ever like that. I was very fortunate, obviously. I mentioned earlier, I was part of 2 BC Juvenile Championship teams. High school, went to Notre Dame High School. Back then, we obviously had a powerhouse team, so we won BC High School Championships twice. But yeah, probably nothing like that 1982 team. There's some special guys, special memories. It's been great. My friend Frank Nazo and I have been obviously contacting everyone to try and get them back for this weekend, and it's been great reconnecting with everyone. I had a couple special connections. We've unfortunately lost a coach and 3 players since the 82 team. And we've reached out to, and we are going to have representation from their family, so that'll be special to have them there. And it'll be a great. We have people coming from California, Toronto. Unfortunately, our good friend Sandro Romano can't make it from Australia, although he did last year for the Orange Helmets Award. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a great weekend.
Thanks for doing this.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it sounds a little weird. Like I said, when you look at that list and you put our team there with Willie Fleming, Tom Brown, Don Matthews, it is pretty amazing to think about it. But it was a special time. So it's a great honor. Great honor.
John Guidolin, part of the 1982 Renfrew Trojans, a Canadian Bowl champion, and now a BC Football Hall of Famer.